Hello everyone, Professor Savita Bodke over here, and welcome back to the quick revision series of the project management. Already in our classes, we have discussed much more in detail about the project management. So, over here, I'm just going to take the revision of you guys for your MCQs. So, we are having the first MCQ over here as if the project completion time is normally distributed and the due date for the project is greater than the expected completion time, then the probability that the project will be finished by the due date is the correct answer is greater than zero point 0.5. Now the next one is CPM was developed in 1972. Now the next one is critical path. We have given one critical path over here and we are having four options. Already you are aware that how to solve the this type of equations where you have to compute the critical path, and the correct answer is 11 days, or with the help of logic also you can easily solve this question. Critical path means the longest path, and here in the options the maximum number is the 11 days, so that is correct answer. Now the next one is the objective of the network analysis is to minimize the total project duration. Now the next one is the network models have the advantage in terms of the project planning, scheduling and controlling. So that's why the correct answer is all of this. Now the next one is slack for an activity is equal to ls minus es. Now the next one is the another term used commonly for the activity slack time is we are using the total float, independent float and free float. So all these options are there. So that's why the correct answer is option number D, that is all of these. Now the next one is in the PERT, the span of time between the optimistic and pessimistic time estimates of an activity is 6 sigma. Now the next one is if the activity has the zero slack, it implies that it lies on the critical path. Now the next one is while drawing the network diagram for each activity project, we should look for what activity? That is precede this activity. Now the next one is the critical path satisfy the condition that EI is equal to the LI and EJ is equal to the LJ. Now the next one is float or slack analysis is useful for projects behind the schedule only. Now the next one is the activity which can be delayed without the affection execution of the immediate succeeding activity is determined by the free float. Now the next one is earliest finish time can be calculated as, and we are already aware regarding that formula, that is EST plus the duration of activity. Now the next one is the question number 15. Dummy activities are used in the network to satisfy the precedent requirement. Now the next one is the 16 one. Which of the following is assumed for the timing the activities in the PERT network? That is binomial distribution. Now the next one is in time cost optimization of a project. Crashing is done, and the correct answer is on original critical activities and those that become the critical at any stage of the crashing in the order of the ascending cost slope. Now the next one is question number 18. The computation of NP is based on the assumption that internal flow are being invested the discounted factors. So the correct answer is NPV, that is your net present value. Now the next one is dash method applied for the capital budgeting decisions uses the cost of capital as a discount factor. So appropriate answer is IRR. Now the next one is question number 20. Dash represents the number of years required to cover the initial outlay, and the correct answer is payback period. Payback period represented the number of years required to cover the initial outlay, that is your initial investment. Now the next one is payback reciprocal method of ranking the investment proposal should be used only when, and when we have to use this. So the appropriate answer is option number B. The economic life of the project is the least twice of the payback method. So please remember that here the option number B is the appropriate answer. Now the next one is accounting rate of return is the ratio of average value of profit after tax to book value of the investment. Now the next one is which of the following statement regarding IRR is true? Now they have given you the first statement that if IRR is less than the firm's cost of capital, the project should be rejected. And yes, that is a correct statement. Now the next one is if the project can be the multiple IRRs depending on the cash flow streams. Yes, that is also the correct. Now the next one is a project can have only one IRR, and this is the false statement. A project can have the multiple IRR. So over here, this both of these statements are correct. So the most appropriate answer is option number D. That is, the true statements are A and B. Now the next one is question number 24. Which of the following budgeting technique does not consider the time value of money? Payback period does not consider your time value of money. Now the next one is a project can have the many different IRR as it has a different change in the sign of the cash flows because the cash flow is changing. Now the next one is if the project has the initial outlay of 50 lakhs as the initial investment, it will generate the annual cash inflows of rupees 2 lakhs. The payback period will be. Already, I have uploaded lectures on my YouTube channel over there, and I have taught you all this. Okay, and here also how you are going to compute the answer. That is simply here because your cash inflow is even means same for the each and every year. So what we have to do, 50 divided by 2, and the appropriate answer is 25 years. Now the next one is capital budgeting is the process of making the investment decisions in fixed asset, because capital budgeting is always for the long term business decision making. Now the next one is profitability index is computed by the formula, and please remember this formula. The formula is present value of cash inflows divided by initial cash outlay. Now the next one is the present value of the total cash inflow should be compared with the present value of total cash outflows. Now the next one is if the PV of the cash inflows is greater than the PV of the cash outflow, the project should be accepted. Now please remember that the PV of your cash inflow means your income is more, and if in a layman's language I want to explain about the PV of the cash outflow, that is nothing but your expenses. So always remember that if in the any project, if you are going to make the profit, then only we are going to accept that project. But if your answer will be the negative, we are going to reject that particular project. Now the next MCQ, that is MCQ number 31. The capital budgeting is a complex process as it involves the decisions to the investment of the current funds for the benefit to be achieved in the future, and the future is uncertain because no one knows the future. Now the next one is which is of the following recognizes the risk in capital budgeting analysis by adjusting the estimated cash flows and employs the risk free rate to discount the adjusted cash flows. So the correct answer is certainly equivalent approach. That is option number 3. Now, which one is the method of capital budgeting? So NPV is the method of your capital budgeting. Then we have already studied regarding the ARR, that is also one of the method of the capital budgeting. Payback period is also the one of the method of the capital budgeting. So the appropriate answer is option number D, that is all of the above. Now the next one is, which method of the capital budgeting is called cash benefit ratio? So that is nothing but the profitability index number. Now the next one is, capital budgeting is also known as planning capital expenditure. Yes. Then the next one is capital expenditure decisions. Yes, for that also we are using the capital budgeting. Investment decision making. Yes. So the appropriate answer is all of the above. Now the next one is, they have given you the one statement, that is capital budgeting is the long term planning for making and financial propose capital outlay. And who said this statement? So we all are already aware that option number A is the correct answer. Now the next one is, capital budgeting is also known as, what it known as? It known as the capital expenditure. Now the next one is, if the annual cash inflows are the constant, the payback period can be computed by dividing the cash outlay by annual cash inflow. Now the next one is, the present value of all inflows is the constant. The payback period can be computed by dividing the cash outlay by the order of time. Now the next one is, capital budgeting process involves, and what we are doing in the capital budgeting: evaluation of various proposals, screening the proposals, identification of investment proposals. We are doing all this. So the most appropriate answer is all of the above. Now the next one is, who gave the statement capital budgeting is acquiring the inputs with the long term return? And we are already aware that the statement is given by the Richard and Green. Now the next one is, the significance of the capital budgeting arises mainly due to complex investment decisions, its irreversible nature, and larger investment. So the appropriate answer is all of the above. Now the next one is, capital budgeting is related to the long term planning. Now the next one is, the proposal is rejected in case of the profitability index is less than 1. Now the next one is, what is the advantage of NPV method? This method considers the entire economic life of the project. Yes, the NPV method. This is the one of the advantage of NPV method. Now the next one, it takes into the account the objective of the maximum profitability. Yes, this is also the advantage of your NPV method. This method can be applied where the cash inflow is even. Yes, this is also the one of the advantage of your NPV method. So the most appropriate answer is all of the above. Now the next one is question number 46. If the cash inflow is not uniform, the calculation of payback period take a cumulative position. And already I have explained in my YouTube lectures. If you will go through the playlist of project management, I have already explained all this type of the sums. Now the next one is, which method of the capital budgeting is known as accounting rate of return method? So average rate of return. Yes. Next one is return on investment. Now the next one is rate of return, and the most appropriate answer is all of the above. Now the next one is, the proposal is accepted if the profitability index is more than 1. Already we have studied that in the above MCQ. Now the next one is, which stage of the conflict process entails the perceived conflict or the flipped conflict? And that is nothing but the cognition and personalization. Now, the next one is a technique for resolving the conflict in which the parties agrees to have the neutral third party hear dispute and make the decision is called as the arbitration. Now, I'll stop over here, and from the 51 to the 100 MCQs, I'll upload in the next video. Thank you so much.